Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Encore une fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas bloqué nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a un point qui est vous paye presse. L'Amérique n'a pas bloqué. T'as bien de moi avec moi au nous. En somme, on va battre au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à nous. On s'en bat bien pour moi dit toi. Mais là le pays au. Quand on soit du loin. Allez. Envoyez. Battu au loin. Yao, abela lokeyo, bibito jobai, bibito noba, artiste mo peyo. Manager Gigi, moi t'es jamais forcé ou, si tu connais, tu connais. Animateur Choco, Nosca Yacine de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniché les deux. C'est moi, Dieu. Attends, nous, yon bébé. Peut-être y'a mon temps, à nous, Badio. On a développé, well, look at it. I do a hole. Can you summon it to your body? Oh, me. I see that cause it double. I'm on the way jogging now. I'm on the way jogging now. Oh, but you I'm on the way jogging now. Cause you there cause you don't want to know. I'm walking now. I feel like we're more. Oh, dear. But you're walking now. We'll tell you when I'm there. Yeah, Daddy Cool.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Labra Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in to Labra Radio this evening. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing to have you here. We say thank you. Please share this video to as many people as possible. because it's very important that we have all our brothers and sisters to come and enjoy this show. The Liberal Victor, good evening, my brother. Thank you for joining. We appreciate it. And again, we want to believe one of our viewers here. I saw some stuff. If that is the case, we express our sympathy to our own sister, my Esther. I think something I saw today, I was just reading it. I hope if it is true, my Esther, we express our sincere sympathy to you as well. It's very, very sad. I hope God will come in and take comfort, bring comfort to you and your family as well. Again, folks, Samson told La Bropa Radio. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening as we come before you, my Lord. We ask you to step in tonight. Any family members going any pain tonight, my Lord, please come in. These are very trying time for all of us. Come in, step in, give us comfort. My Lord, we ask again tonight that you continue to bless us, guide us, give us wisdom, give us strength, long life to do what we have to do. My Lord, we ask that you continue to come into our lives, shine the lights. Your lights is the only lights, it's the only guiding lights that we looked up to. Our eyes can be open wide, but yet still we can't see until you shine the light. Your light is true. It doesn't go off. It doesn't have a battery. It cannot be recharged. It's always shining. Thank you. Thank you for that power you have over us. Thank you, my Lord. We want to thank you. We want to thank you. And sometimes we watch the TV, they say, oh, the earth was made. Oh, the earth came from the galaxy. But when you ask them, my Lord, how was the galaxy come to power, come to be? They don't know. The power of God. You saying the galaxy and the universe were born from where? Through Jesus' power of God. Yes. You can doubt it. You can say whatever you want to say, but our God that we believe in, we know He has control. He made everything and give life to everything that have life. And we want to thank you. We want to thank you. My Lord, will come again before you tonight. And we put the problem of Liberia and the Liberian people before you. Step in, my Lord, take complete control. We ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed. The people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. The President of the Republic of Liberia, who is traveling as we speak, traveling mercy, guide him through. We ask, my Lord, whatever he touches in the interest of the Liberian people, that yes, indeed, blessing come to that. Whatever door he knocks in the interest of the Liberian people, indeed, the door is opened by you. Guide his hand, give him long life. My Lord, we ask to bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks, let's go ahead. Samson told La Bropa Radio. I want to thank all of you. Please share this video, share it to as many people as possible. Once again, I want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to Dr. Mali, who's going to be having his own show here very shortly. And we hope that we will follow his show, and we hope to learn a lot from it. Good doctor who has a lot to offer. We'll come here, we'll poke fun and what have you. But he's a very intelligent person. He has a lot to offer. And we hope that he will help us to understand some of the processes that we need to, what we need to do to improve and develop the Republic of Liberia. He has a lot to offer. We're here ready to listen. Again, folks, Samson told La Bropa Radio. I showed you guys the other day, and I forget to put that up again. That will be my opening here. I'm going to go into that again tonight. Because it is something that is very interesting for us to talk about. So let me quickly do this. Again, folks, Samson told La Bropa Radio, Tabata time. But it's a different Tabata. Because I don't have a juice tonight. Y'all heard me, the young girl, she's only 3 or 4 years old, come running here, asking, thinking say I stole her juice. I don't steal no juice. Why I stealing your juice for? Alfonso, if you clip this one and you play that I was stealing my granddaughter juice, you play that one, you must say that photo for bamboo with diva cola. But anyway, folks, on a very serious note, let's talk about Liberia. See, one of the things that I do and I like a lot is that I like to look back a little bit. But I've always talked about Liberia from a perspective of the young people, because I was young at one time. I'm still young. I'm not 25 years old. Who are you to say I'm old? I'm not old. What made you say I'm old? I'm not old. Tell you, hey, why you coming to tell me I say I'm young, then you say you old? You tell your own. I'm young. No, but I'm very serious now. The reason I keep bringing this up, because I know I'm not alone. And I know this is not unique to Samson alone. When I was going to school back in the day, I lived in Canton, Ohio at the time. I work in Willoughby. It's about 10, 15 minutes from Cleveland, east of Cleveland. I work in Willoughby, which is 1 hour from Willoughby, from Canton to Willoughby. Then I drive 1 hour from Willoughby to Youngstown for school. Then I drive 1 hour from Youngstown back to Canton. It was a triangle every day. But the interesting thing was, I used to play music in my car. The car sometimes break down the highway, but I'm a mechanic. So when it break down, I fix it on the road. I used to carry my own toolbox in the car. So those things, they never used to bother me. But the interest, I have music in the car. But when I play music and I get tired of the music, at that time, I'm not even going to say what kind of music. But anyhow, but when you're driving, a lot of things comes to mind. So I was, studying engineering. And so in the engineering program, you do into a lab, you go to the lab, how to make concrete, design makes, asphalt design make, how to put steel into concrete, make a concrete steel building, all that kind of stuff. So when you're doing these things, you really read a lot about design. And every time when I'm driving, wow, if I can fix this kind of stuff, I think I can do this in Liberia. If I can do this is a beautiful thing I think can be done in Liberia every day. In fact, as we speak, that's what I'm here. Liberia is on my mind more than any other thing, and I'm not unique. There's not one single Liberian that I know that would say he has anything else more on his mind than Liberia. Mm-mm. When you guys go to party, Liberian go to party, you got 2-3 groups talking. Liberia, nothing else. Nothing about how to make money, nothing about what you do with your money, nothing about yo, no, all about Liberia. So we have it within us about our country. And that's the sad thing about those that are running a country, are unable to tap into that reservoir. Oh, yes. They're messing out. They will continue to suffer. The Liberians, young Liberians, that are still connected. If I start naming some of them right now, you will not believe it. Some of them running company, managing people company in this country, managing people money, managing schools, teaching young people here in America. America love us. They milk us. They milk us. You don't need us over there. So they come in and milk us. They pay you. They pay us good. I'm from Town. The kind of money I'm making, I'm from Town. But if I was born here, the kind of money I'm making, I will complain. I say that money not plenty. I want me million. I want me million plus. But right now I'm from Town. You got me. I'm not gonna. My sister didn't gonna listen to me. I want to know. Is it guys? Oh, something you making that kind of money? I'm making no money. I come and call my sister and give her to send me some money anyway. But anyhow, let's get back to the business. So the people back home, and it's very sad. It's very sad that they are unable to tap into the reservoir of these young people. Now, let's be realistic. What young man just got married, out of college, starting a career, making 20, 30, 50, $60 an hour, making money, got baby, the wife working, and then you say, come home. And the person will just pack their stuff and go into that mosquito infested area. And you're not able to even do it. So I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. But what you could do and what you can do, they set up a group here, sincere people, not the flagajay call themselves EJ Rob, I don't call it, what was Eula, EJ Rob, Eula, I wasn't there for position. Man, please, y'all give me a break, man. Yeah, I know ya. I call the EJ Rob two-way party. Two-way party, Eula, two-way party. They're only there for position, they're not there for nothing else. But true picture. You look among the Liberian community and you will find them. They put themselves together. And the government in the ruling party in Liberia decide, okay, we're going to utilize these people and we want to go through them to be able to get qualified Liberians to join us and carry out developmental process here in this country. The reason why I'm saying don't come from Liberia, can't recruit. We don't speak the same language. You're corrupt. You're corrupt. You don't come here and speak. We don't speak the same language. But if you go through the Liberian that you set up here, and they go to these different communities, and when they go to the community, I'll take it for example, Dr. Toto, people like that, you put them together. They go to the community. They are respected already among their peers. So if they come to say, look, we want to talk to you guys. You're from Liberia. We want to talk to you. And Liberian will take them serious because they have already been, the respect level is already there. They're not going to doubt them. So the people come in and say, okay, let's form ourselves as a group of Liberian. We're not asking you to go home to stay. We're asking you to go. Look at it. Look, my people, you're taking for serious. You got American here that are volunteering to go to Liberia as a Peace Corps volunteers. What make you think that some of us who have already educated ourselves, we can't go as a volunteer as well? Must I go and live in Liberia anyhow before you know my worth? Must I go and live in Total anyhow before you know I'm ready to contribute? Why can't we use that opportunity? Come out here, ask Liberian. Because most of the young people that are working, they can go to Liberia and say, okay, you know what, ask their company for maybe 6 months leave of absence. You don't have money. They know you don't have money to pay them. But they're going there to train, to build capacity for the young Liberians that are there. Because they know they're coming back here to their family, but they want to also impact the Liberian society. But you're not doing that. You're just every day. They want corrupt. They want not stealing money. They want not stealing money. If we all here, we can't wait for the American government to put sanctions on people. That the kind of life we're living. We'll wait for America to train you. Why you can't test us? Put Liberian together. See if Liberian will not come home. Peace Corps volunteer. But in this case, we call it total volunteer. I say so. That's my idea that I call it total volunteer. But on a very serious note, here in this country, most people work, they get vacation time. Like on my job, you are allowed to have 680 vacation hours. After that, they don't want you fool around with vacation time much. You don't they won't let you go because before they made a rule, people who retire, who getting ready to retire, they don't take vacation, so they have thousands of vacation. And guess what? When that person retire, you pay all the vacation time, they pay double. So it's almost like you're working overtime. And the government said, these people will break up. Then when they saw me, I come and said, oh, they took them men from total. If we don't pass the law, he will come with 2,000 vacation hours. He will break our bank. So they passed the law. So you are not allowed to have over 680 vacation hours. But on a very serious note, many Liberians, young Liberians, they got vacation. So, but you have to make them to have interest. Y'all suffer for a while because the Liberian diaspora, you already have the bridge. You already have it in the bank. They are willing to go home. They are willing to go home. As one of them would tell me, Mr. Toe, I don't mind going home, but people have to have a skin in the game. I can't pay my own way, go over there and say this and that way. They have no interest. But if they pay my way, many of us, when we leave from here, you tell, come to come go and say, you put me in a hotel. Like, government, what hotel? I say, you put me in a hotel. Well, then who am I? Am I not the same crocodile people like y'all? No, I don't want you to put me in a hotel. I got place. I'm from Town. Okay? So I mean, you got a place to sleep in Town? I beg you, man. Besides that, Maria, I got place to stay. I got house. My son over there got house. You think I don't got place to stay, Maria? I got place to stay. So, but it's not the issue. All they say is, Mr. Toe, they call me, you provide transportation. Look at you. You're not doing nothing for the Liberian people, but you're getting car. And you're getting gas slip. Then if somebody, young Liberian, if want to use their vacation time, and some of them making $16, $17, $60, $75 an hour, and they use their vacation time free of charge. They're giving you almost a month time, maybe $4,000, $6,000, $8,000 free. They come. You put those people, forget it. They're not going to ask you to put them in a hotel. You give them transportation. Okay. What exactly you want them to do? It's easy. It's okay. What is your area of study here? And what do you do here in America? Well, I clean caca. Okay, you clean caca. We need people to clean caca. Look at yeah. All the septic thing, Maria, awful. Yeah. All the septic thing, Maria, they fall. And guess what? What they did? They sealed them up. Now the place, other people are looking for new places to build another septic tank. You want to tell me people who work in waste management here, they will give you idea how to extract the material how to extract the waste from the septic tank so that they will use it. You can use that waste material for fertilizer. Let me tell you this: when I was at Youngstown State, so one of the projects that I have, before you graduate, they let you do all kind of projects. I was just BSing around. I'm from Total, it was me. But one of the things we did, we went to the waste management area. They take the caca. I couldn't believe my eyes what I was seeing. They take the caca. Okay. They have this settling tank, big tank. All the caca go inside and the machine keeps turning around all day, all night. So when the caca settle down, they have what they call weir. There's a little opening, the water go through them. The clean water go inside. The water, by the time the water go to the other end, they bring it to you. The caca water, the pee water, after they finish using all this stuff, they bring it to you. Say, come and drink. They drink it themselves, and you drink it. I refused to drink it because I saw where it was coming from. And I don't trust them. I say, I don't drink it. I'm not going to drink your water. They mess, okay. As soon as we left, he said, any place you go here to get drink water, and even on your own campus, the water coming from the place. But here's the thing. They have this machine, press machine. I couldn't believe my eyes. All of the caca that they were collecting, they put in the press machine, just shh, and squeeze all of the liquid out of it, and go on the conveyor belt, and they put it up in the sun. Before my eye, truck, 2 truck, 3 truck, all line up to take a caca and carry it onto the farms. But in Liberia, what do? Our septic tank full. But you got people here in the United States, Liberians, that are some of them working in the waste management places. Landfill, they design landfill. Liberians, they're here. Yeah, CEO, please leave me alone. Yeah. They do landfill, but they sit down over every day, money stealing. Where we going with this thing? Nowhere. We're going nowhere. You got Liberians here. Let me say this again. That are anxious right now to. You know, I come in a bus. There's one secret about many Liberians that I know. It's not about the money. You tell Liberian man from here right now, you say, you know what, we want you to work. We'll pay you $200. The first thing is, no, I'm making all the money. I'm going to make you. No. But the prestige to say, the man leave from Maria. He go into a village. And they say the man working with the government, he got a position. It's not how much he make. It's how much position he got. Look at me. Hey, Mr. Soka, I'm a board chair. Ask me whether they can pay me. Say, whether I'm a real board chair, that the thing I don't ice. But yeah, I don't want board chair position. True story. Meaning Liberian. On a very serious note, when you get them out of here, you get them over to build the capacity of the young people. Volunteers, on a volunteer basis, they will go. But many of the people, they all in Liberia, lawyer, accounting. They don't even care for the engineers. The only time you can be good, people know you as an engineer, either you minister or something. But they don't pay attention. People who build your infrastructure, and you have no respect for them. Where you going? You're going nowhere. Samson told Liberia Public Radio, folks. So let's go on. So I'm suggesting the government of the Republic of Liberia need to put a program in place. Call it Peace Corps, or call it Liberia Corps, whatever you want to call it. But you must have a skin in the game. Come here and tell the Liberians, if you join this group, we're not going to buy you food. We're not going to pay your hotel bill. We'll provide you transportation. Or yet, you tell these group members, say, any one of you that want to take your own car that free, but you say that one. You tell member of this group, say, any car you carry that free, you will see how many people put their hand on, I want to do it. Professionals, Liberian professionals. Because plenty of people want to carry a car in Liberia. But you pay $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 used car now. You get it. Then when you go to Liberia, they want you to pay $5,000 to get it out of the port. Who are y'all? Who are you? Who are y'all? Who are y'all? Man, y'all move from them, man. Y'all will suffer for a while. One of the lady over the last 2-3 months or so, plenty of lady being suspended already. One of the lady that was suspended, let me tell you now, since the suspension is on, I will not call that name. So a year or so ago, I was in Liberia, and I was asked by a friend who has a project from this lady to build a road for them. So I went. I said, okay, to do a design, to build a road design. It's very good stuff. I got all the drawing here. I got all the drawing here. So I said, fine. So we went on the job site. I took pictures. I got pictures. I got video of the place. So don't come here and challenge me anyway. Anyhow, we went. I started, took pictures. They sent surveyor there. The surveyor did the work and everything. Okay, I said okay, but I have to go and take some pictures and stuff so that when I come, since I will not be able to visit the site regularly, I will use the pictures to remind myself of some of the critical areas as I'm doing my design in the corridor of the alignment that I'm going to put down. So while I was still in Liberia, we went to meet with them, and these people got no shame. God is my witness. Without thinking twice, they want $20,000 kickback. She's suspended now. They want $20,000 kickback. I thought to myself, wow, I'm an LPR reporter. I'm also an engineer now, but I'm an LPR, like public radio reporter, and I'm hearing the kind of thing I will make news. But then I thought, no. I said, Samson told you don't live here. The people who you're working with, these are your friends. They live here. Leave here alone. So I said, okay. But yes, what it did. And this guy, Titus Thomas, was telling you today. He's a friend. I know him well. Titus, when I came here in Sacramento, he was here. He never worked for the state, but after graduating from school, he was working for private before he went home. So I know who he is. He lived here in Sacramento. Anyway, so he said that today too. But so I didn't say anything. We went out. They decided one concrete company, they supply concrete in Liberia. Before, World Bank wanted this project to be asphalt, quota. But the concrete company went to her, the lady that's suspended now, and say, if you do this project in concrete, whatever amount we get, we'll split it with you. How do I know that? Because one of the insider came and told me, said they come and change the design on you. Be ready. I said, what happened? He said, they want more money. So just before, after telling me, I got a call. Oh, Mr. Tour, I said, yeah, oh, the design, no more asphalt, that concrete. I said, wow. I said, okay. So the concrete design and the asphalt design, they're not the same. One of them you gotta beef it up. So I put some road. God, no, I know very well. Okay, how you gonna design a road? Most of the intersection in that area are all asphalt. Not only that, where you gonna and I know how to do that. Where I'm gonna conform, I can change that into asphalt to concrete. No big deal. I know how to do that. But how do they maintain that? That was the thing. So I said, okay. So I told them, I said, I don't mind doing it. But we're talking trucks. So I'm going to design it and we're going to put steel in there. 1 inch diameter steel. We're talking 2 feet wide long. That became a sticking point for them, because if you have to put steel, that much kind of steel in it, you're talking serious money now. So they say, okay, we'll come back to you. Less than a week later, they say, go back to asphalt. We went back to asphalt. Here's the thing I want to say. She's suspended. No, she's not working anymore. She's suspended. You know, there were 4 or 5 ladies already suspended. So I'm not calling nobody, no name here. So what they did, and these people, I told you, like, and this is true story. The liberals telling you, Liberians are sophisticated. If we can't stop the corrupt behavior, the only way we're going to stop it is the people, the European. They need to put their foot down like Donald Trump putting your foot down. That's the only way. So they say, okay, we want you to submit your design bill the design style. We want you to submit your design bill to World Bank. But in that we want our the $20,000 in it first. Liberia. They want that $20,000 to be part of that submittal. So that's y'all do what you want to do. I'm just at the design. So they submitted the bill. When they submitted the bill, these people themselves, they beefed the bill up before they submitted. And they got their money. They got their money out front. Up front, they got it. That's how they do it in Liberia. So anyway, another thing they wanted me to do and I refused. And that's how I didn't leave the project. I just stopped working on it. I work here in the state as an engineer. And if any kinds of faulty thing comes out, you can get in serious trouble. And maybe you might even go to jail. Well, I'm going to call their name for. I'm going to call their name for a while. I will not call their name. But you can get in serious trouble. So they said, I'm going to look into my design toolbox, some old project that I have done, for us to submit that. To say this is what the project is now. No, I can't do that. Because the raw and the old project that I did, they're not the same. They say, oh, we'll fix it during construction. I said, no. You people, and here's the worst thing. The people who are going to review these projects that they're talking about, the people who are supposed to review it, they live right here in they work for the World Bank, but their company right here in Florida. I said, no, too close for comfort. Samson told, no, I'm not going to do it. So I stopped. But the behavior of our brothers and sisters is ridiculous. And this is where you're still seeing people. They just go in there and they don't care. They don't care. Some of them some of my friends are still working for the government. But they go in there, they did it before. And they're still doing it. Some of them, when they come, when you see them have an interview for on radio or on TV or on you think, say, wow, this guy is very smart. But they are corrupt. They are corrupt. Some of the things I know about them, they are corrupt. But it's not new. I tell you this other story. Back in the 70s, when I was still young, the people started, but the Ministry of Education was looking for school for World Bank to build school to integrate other communities like our brothers and sisters from the Manigo community. They were supposed to build the Mars Muslim school and things like that. Guess what? Your own brother here sitting down used to go in the street and bring people from there who had no clue on building school, but they are owner of school and they go to finance ministry. At that time, Madam Sally was serving over there. No question asked. They just give them the money. I'm talking about 1972. The people bring books. And this one I will call her name, Madam Rachel Henrys. She used to work Doris Bang Henrys. She used to work with Minister of Education. Rachel Henry's wife. When they bring the books, because I used to be part of that. When the books come, we're supposed to transport it, use truck, transport it on Atmos Street? The street parallel to Monreal, parallel to Broad Street. They go through, you can carry that and go through EJ Road. I feel forgetting it. They have that some kind of fences stuff in the middle. They had CW area around that area too. And don't ask me what street that is. But anyway, they have a National Public Library in there. So before we take the books, all of the books that is being used in Liberian school will be collected from there. And guess what? They're not putting it, because on the Ministry of Education, they also have a library. But they're not going to put it there. They put it in a case and collect people from Benson Street. Those young people that used to sell books on Benson Street, those books they were selling come from those people. And when they finish selling, they come and give them money, then they pay them. And where you by Front Street? They're not Front Street, man. Water cutter, they're not Front Street. The street I'm talking about on the other side of Justice Ministry. It run parallel to Broad Street. You can go all the way and go to Cathedral too. No, not Cathedral. Is that Cathedral? Man, please, y'all, that made me stop calling all kind of you here tonight. But anyway, so the books they used to sell on Benson Street. Those books belong to people. Big shots. Corruption that not just not business. Stealing that not just not business in Liberia. There was another issue. For Firestone. At that time, I was still small, but I was involved. Firestone wanted to raise the price, their wages of their workers. And the Liberian government that own, member of Liberian government that own rubber farm, they say if you raise the people price, we also going to pay them. So we can't do it. You'll keep it the way, how much we can pay. So they kept it down. These are some of the reasons why Moja and Pa used to have this issue with the government. The corrupt behavior in Liberia is not just Ashmore Street. You're right, my brother. Ashmore Street. There we go. Ashmore Street. They have a national library right before you get to Ijera. I know Ijera because I'm a playground, so I want to buy not anything. But anyhow, so they have a national library there. Old building. Okay. They used to keep people down. Corrupt behavior that you think that we are people broke corrupt. No, me bigger man. Me yeah. I play Sasigu now. Sasigu will catch me. What are you talking about? Corruption that not small thing. It's not small thing. It's not small thing, like bro. But why are we not growing on a serious note? Why are we not growing out of this? Why are we not growing out of it? Because we have not seen a leader, a true leader. You know, God loved Liberia and God blessed Liberia. From my perspective, on 3 serious occasions, that the trajectory of that country should have been changed for the better. One was when the coup came in. That was the time to clean house and rebuild. We didn't do it. When the war came, when what's his name, Charles Taylor came in, that was the time to rebuild and move Liberia forward. We didn't do it. We were there only for ourselves. When Madam Sally came, that was the time to rebuild. Those 3 occasions, if we have had leaders whose idea was to build the country, build a political structure where people like me who don't even know anything about leadership, you see, I'm Walter Carter and myself making proud. You think if I were a good leader, Walter Carter, the young man smiled at the idea of me plowing. But I'm not a good leader. But I'm a boy. You're not tell Mr. Soul now. I'm a good boy chair. I want to you forget it. But on a very serious note, the political structure, foundation, if they have built those things, me, who ain't know anything about leadership, you put me to be president of the Republic because the foundation will be solid. I would not be able to mess it up. Look what's happening here in the United States right now. Look how much Donald Trump and his people are trying to tear this country down. It's going nowhere because the political structure is there. It's going to take them a long time to tear it down completely. And they are not able to do it in 4 years. But why are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There's still the pipe that we used to drink water from 1979, the pipe are still they're gone now. But those who are managing these affairs, making thousands of dollars, what do they have to produce for us? What are they giving us? And I'm not trying to put anybody down. I know these people, they are struggling. I understand that. I'm not putting them down. But what are the plans? You have the agriculture minister who's anxious to go to any public forum and talk about his plan because he has plans. But many of them, when you call them for interview, they will not even show up because they got nothing to offer. Because if I'm in a position, I know I'm doing something, I'll be anxious to talk to people. But you call them, they will not even call you. This is what we have. They have right now on ELBC, on what is it, ELWC, the place I used to go, Monday and Wednesday. They got George Lobo and Gacy, Noah Gacy. Their thing is praising the government doing this. When you come in and question, hey, what are you questioning over? We say that when we say it, you won't believe it, that you're found Noah Gacy, George Lobo, that you're found, that people should just take whatever you want. But here's the thing here. They're young. After 4 years, what are they going to do? Many of these people that are serving in this government that are young, after 4 years, boom, they got money now, they come back to the United States. They come back here to the United States. And you will find some of them coming on LPR to be analysts. They will come here on LPR. Who coming to spoil my show again tonight? Oh, okay, rescue one. Okay. I thought that you know who. Thank you, Terry, for yeah, man, Ray, just kind and Blue, you just enter my show without invitation, you know, yeah. Terry, thank you for joining me. The rescue is here. But the issue that I'm making here, the point that I'm making here tonight, it's very difficult for many of you young people that are watching me right now. Because many of you know very well you are being milked. And here's the thing here. The former deputy minister for, I will call his name, deputy minister for public work. What's his name? Langley. They wanted to call him back the last time. He said, no, I want to get tired. We come here. You saw Tighter Thomas tonight. My friend, we used to be here. America feeling milking him. Blue, he go to the library. The person, okay, can't be a technical person. If Tighter had been the technical person when he was 22, 23 years, 40, 24, 25 years old, you know how much production you would have gotten out of him? But you got people what they call it. All they do is, I got master degree here. What your master doing for us? What exactly your master degree doing for us? So I'm saying to the Liberian government, unless they do what I'm saying, I'm not going to hide it. You, Liberian government, you have Liberian Corps or whatever, Peace Corps, whatever it is. But it might not be who know you. Come here and recruit Liberians. And Liberian will be anxious to go back. But like my own brother, I will not call it name, will always say, Mr. Toe, I don't mind working, doing something in our country, but I want the people. I want the people to have skin in the game. If I go there, I don't want food, I don't want lodging, let them give me a car. And many of them. And I said it again, I'm going to say it again. So if you find this Liberia Corps, people who will be willing to go home to spend 2-3 months in Liberia at a time to help train free of charge. They will not charge you. Many Liberians will not charge you free to go and impact your young society. You got younger society. They will be able to go in there. Okay, let me see what Water Cutter. What's going on? Okay, all right, let me send a link. Okay, so you come in, it's okay. You identified. It's okay. Look, you come to Liberia, we don't have money for car. Take your own car from here to Liberia, transport your car, you will not pay anything, do the free. The person will pay the car transportation from here to Liberia. Duty free, he will take it out. Because here's the thing here. In that car, he will put clothes for himself. In that car, he will put all the nyama thing for himself in it. And he take it out. And he's going to, that car going to stay, because he's not bringing it back to the United States. These are the kinds of things our brothers and sisters don't think. All they know is just want, oh, we're making money. And when they make that kind of money from the people, we don't know what happening to the money. But when you let that man come in, duty free, he comes in, he gets that car, do whatever he have to, because he's now obligated to the government, even though they're not paying. But he said he's going to train. He will come and train the young Liberians, train them for 1 or 2 months. He ready to come back. He leaving the car there so that when he go back again, the car will be there. But guess what? By the time he leave, some brother or cousin now take the car, ride in the car. 1 month later, what happened? Oh, the car broke down. Send me some money. Let me fix it. But who told you to take the car? Oh, then your mom or your auntie say, but when you will get car here, my son will be running around here with keke. No way to transport. I'm on the work. Then he said, man, sorry, let him have the car. This is us. This is Liberia. Then the next time he going, you say, okay, let me take another car. He will take car again. But they don't think like that. They think for themselves. They think, oh, Sister Goya, leave me alone with the trophy business, man. We gave you that thing. Hey, we gave you the trophy. We say you can have it free. Because the president, I talked to the grand people, I said, let the old man win a thing, I beg you. So I talked to them. So please, don't come here with your trophy. Stay in Vanyama, continue to drink water in a trophy cup. And enjoy yourself. But now, let me bring Terry. Terry, thank you very much for joining me tonight. While I'm trying to send a link, give us what's on your mind tonight, please. Go ahead.
Well, what's on my mind? I was just looking at BBC highlighting President Boka's decision for suspending hundreds of officials over asset declaration failure. So with all those fighting what he said, BBC highlighted it today concerning the decision of the president, which is a good thing, That is the kind of thing we want to see on international wire. But what I like, the phrase I like in this whole thing is the last one that says that the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission published the list of all the 457 affected public officials, noting it was doing so as prescribed by law. Boka, who pledged to fight corruption when he came into office last year, said failure to comply undermines efforts to combat corruption and ensures accountability. These are the kind of things we want to see on the international news wire.
Okay.
That brings respect. That brings respect.
Okay.
That brings respect to the presidency.
Okay.
You see, on the international scale. So I did thought to highlight that.
That's right. So now address some of my concern here tonight now.
Well, Liberal, like you said about corruption is an inherent, it's part of our economy. That's what I was saying the other time. People say, oh, they got talking rubbish. Corruption is part of the economy. In fact, our Liberian people live by corruption. We live by it. Why? Because we don't have the system that will provide the opportunity for us not to live out of corruption. So the moment you remove corruption from Liberia, then the whole entire country will fall apart. That is why people really talk about it, but they don't solve it.
Terry, are you saying that without corruption in Liberia, the country will not prosper?
Without corruption in Liberia, there are many things that will happen to the country. But I mean, to the country, people will fall apart. People will literally fall apart. Take, for example, most of the people that are elected into office, when you check their background, how they got elected, it was on the foundation of corrupt money. Money is the stole. You understand? So they use these monies. Take another thing. The people who in Liberia, right? You go and pay people to come vote for you. All the lawmakers then what say they are They're standing for the law. They rule a law. We rule a law. Coco. Take for example, the rule of law. Coco people. What's it? The rule of law. Coco. They're receiving monies from Richard Kuhn, from Honor Richard Kuhn's signature, who signed into law the budget. They're receiving the benefits and the salaries, but they refuse to go to work. Then they say they don't respect Richard Kuhn as speaker. Then it means everything that Richard Kuhn did by signing the budget and all those kind of things, everything is illegal. Everything. That means even the other two speakers that were removed under Ellen government, those two speakers that were removed, if we will hold Judge basic position as current, as real, or as authentic, that means even the two speakers that were removed under Madam Shirley, all the budget that were passed, all the bills that were paid was all illegal. That is the trouble that coming forward in Liberia. So everything that was done is illegal. So these people are taking the benefit, they're taking their salaries, they refuse to go to work, then they say they rule a law. And these are the people that say the interest of the law. But these are the same people who truck people. They pay people to go vote for them in the various districts.
Terry, I think the conservative wing sent you here tonight to derail my show. I think Mr. So, the fact that he not able to come, he sent you here. He sent you here tonight to derail my show.
But Liberal, so if you take that thing from those people, the country will collapse.
Terry, you're saying here because these people were elected, and they were elected through the Constitution, and the Constitution prescribed how they're gonna get their due benefit, how they're gonna get paid. And the Constitution does not say who signed for them to get paid.
Oh,
number one.
The budget is a law.
I know
the budget is a law, and according to the law of the budget, the speaker has to sign for the budget to become an illegal mandate.
Okay. Yeah, but they can still say they don't want to sit on him. They can still say they don't want to sit on him.
Yeah, but they are saying we're not sitting under you because we don't recognize you as a legitimate speaker. Yeah. That means everything that he signed on was illegal, which include the benefits and the salaries.
Okay. All right. So your argument here, let's look at it a little bit now. So if this government leaves office tomorrow, can the next government come in? If what you're saying, if we hold that, can the next government come in and say everything President Baka did after Richard Kuhn Gabo is null and void because it was illegal?
Yeah, then that means we got to go to election too. That means even his election, the next government will say, because it will mean that even the election of the next government will have been illegal too.
Well, how is that? What is speakership got to do with the election?
If you declare that everything President Baka did under the leadership, because the budget that's supposed to pass to effectuate electoral passes through the House, they're going through Richard Kuhn's signature. He's going to sign on the budget that's supposed to fuel
what make you think by 2020? What make you think that 2029 Musa ability and people are not going to remove Richard Kuhn?
2020, but at 2029,
before 2020, before 2029, what make you think Richard Kuhn will even spend 2 years?
You know why I don't believe that there's a possibility for them to remove Richard Kuhn?
Of course.
I don't believe that they will be able to do it. I believe that Musa ability will fight to divide the House, which he's good at doing. He's good at dividing, but he's not good at making things work. That's the difference. He's not good at success.
Okay, like I said,
if you listen to former Bronskin daughter in studio the other day, you know what she said? She said Musa Berede told her, say the way he want to change the way people recognize him. He wants to change. That's why he's trying to create a political party. He wants to change the narrative or the perception that the public have about him, which is a very good thing. But Musa is good at dividing. But the reason why they will not be successful to remove Richard Kuhn is because Richard Kuhn has the backing of the president.
Okay.
And that is how the speakership survived in Liberia. The speakership can only survive if the president, if the sitting president is supporting you and backing you.
Okay.
That is why it's going to be a tough one to remove
right.
Richard Kuhn as compared to Fonati Kofa.
All right. Like I said, this. Okay. Thank you for giving back my show.
I will come back.
Okay. Thank you for giving back my show. Let me go ahead with my Tabata. Thank you for giving back my show, and I'll be discussing. Terry was sent here tonight, the 15 minutes to derail my progress. So now that the CEO sent him, and he think he coming to come derail, he telling us that the speaker, the people getting their money, therefore they will not be able. They will remove Richard Cohn. Watch and see. But anyway, let me go back to wrap that on my other stuff, and then I can come back to the House of Representatives. Everything that I was saying earlier, that I've been saying since I started, have to do with how do we improve the lives of the Liberian people. Because if you have, there's a song that says a hungry person is an angry person. How do we improve that? And I'm not boasting. I'm not boasting. But the true prosperity for Liberia lies in the hand of Liberian diaspora. There's no question asked. Because many of the Liberian diaspora have strong integrity. I say many, I don't say all. Those who always anxious to go to Liberia after election are those who first do not have good integrity, second do not have the will within them to do good. So they look at those elections and the Liberian electoral process and the governing process as way of enriching themselves very quickly. And they use those opportunities because they are sophisticated. So in order for us to somehow have some sort of a counterweight on that, it's that we are going to do what we can to educate the electorate themselves. But we have to do it with clear understanding that it is not our intention to divide. It is not our intention to pit the Liberian diaspora against the Liberian back home. And if we're successful with our messaging process, I think we'll do well. We'll do well. So one of the places that I think the government need to start, if they want all of us as Liberian diaspora and the back home Liberian to come and work together, is for them to establish this type of Peace Corps type of deal, Liberian Corps, whatever you want to call it, where Liberians that want to go home, pro bono, 2-3 months, to impact their brothers, to impact to actually to train in different areas, whatever they can do. If you are caca cleaner, but many of the people that do caca cleaning business, they're very good at that. The one thing you give to Liberian, whether they're caca cleaning or be a medical doctor, once they do it well. They don't go two-way, halfway. One Liberian man or Liberian woman put their hand and something in it, they go eye. And they do it well. They're very proud of it. And that's why many of the Liberian community, you see, they're successful. Yeah, we fight among ourselves, but the success is there. And if you look at many Liberian community, and you find Liberian, they say, oh, Liberian, most of the Liberians that are not doing well, that are in jail, are Liberians younger than many of the people that came here. Most of them were born here, or they brought them here at a very stage of being like 2, 3, 4 years old. But you're not going to have a Liberian that came here at age 10, 15 and said they will not be educated. It's difficult to find that. difficult, because by the time they get into the system, they'll be 20 years old. By that time, it's too late for the system to get hold of them. And I say many, I don't say all. So the point that I'm making before I jump onto the another subject matter here tonight, Water I sent you the link already. I don't see you, yo. Okay. So the point that I'm making in all of this, Liberian government need to have some sort of a connection with the Liberian diaspora. I'm not boasting, and I could be wrong, but I believe within myself that the prosperity, the developmental process, genuine developmental process, lies in the hand with the Liberian diaspora. Because you have here, all over the world, you're training yourself, educating yourself, you're working and making money, you're still building houses back home. So I know if you're young, and like I said, you're young, you got your own young family and things like that, nobody expects you to go home. But if the Liberian government were to ask you, whatever you're doing in your community where you live, you're improving the lives of the people in your community where you live. Can you do the same thing for us? If you can just come here, put things together, what you do over there that you're doing in your community, that improving the lives of the community in the United States, can you do the same thing? Many Liberians will jump onto that. But then again, they will say, I want you to have skin in the game. They will tell the government. Because they don't want to go over there, pay their own way to go, which they would do. Find their own food, which they would do. Find their own place to stay, which they would do. Then find transportation. And you just sit by for them. No, they're not going to do that. So many of them, if they'll find their own food, find their place to stay, and then transport themselves. There are two things. Either transport them or you get them transportation. But you can get around the transportation process and say, look, you know what? Buy your own car, transport it, and you get it duty free. They'll be happy to do that. They'll be very happy to do that. They want to go home from vacation anyway. They will pay their own way. But many of the people back home, the fact that they were here and couldn't make good head and tail here, the right proposal here, the writing proposal for people to make money, and then when the proposal go through, then they get their own little cut. That's what they will live by. They don't have most of them. You find running immediately after the election. People you find running, they're not doing good here. But people who are doing good, they're grounded. They can't just leave. Okay? So, that is my point here tonight. Again, Samson to La Bropa Radio. I want to thank all of you that are watching. Please share this video as much as possible. Very important that you do so, because we want our brothers and sisters to join us. So let's go on. Let's go on now. I'm going to go on with the thing Terry started here. I say again. I said it last time. I will say again. I think this government, with their majority black, with their Francis Kofa, they jump into it too early, too quick. And because the majority black that they feel now that the executive on their side, they are doing things that are not quite correct. Now we've been hearing the video, the audio from the Justice in Chamber and what have you. So even if that is true, I'm not quite counting on it. But let me play this video again. I played it the other day. Let's play it again.
There we go.
This is Kofa office. They're getting ready to bust. This is how they remove a speaker. This is how they remove it. Look at that kind of door. And if you ask Kofa, most likely he's paying own money to fix those things. But they say that government property. Speaker of the House of Representatives. So even if he's not like you don't want supposed to do, look at this guy who's doing that. Does he look like somebody who got uniform on?
I'm trying to
Where's the arm,
copy
sergeant or
the
arm? Did we see from the beginning,
voice
before he
box.
started busting the door, did we see from the beginning that the sergeant at arm had given him permission to do what he's doing? I think people are just stupid. Look at this. Look at the uptick. Liberian, Liberian government busting the door of the Speaker of the House of Representatives because they want him to be removed. They want him to be removed. This is what we have in Liberia. This is what we have in Liberia. This is the uptick you're going to have. The international community will see these kinds of stuff, and what do you think they're going to say? What do you think they're going to say? That yes, Liberia is doing well. We'll find an investor. I believe this government, the executive rushed into it very fast. I believe the executive should have found amicable position that can bring these people back together, and so that they can find a solution. But the fact that the executive was quiet from the beginning, it just doesn't look good for this government. Flanty Kofa came into office, and he was willing to work with this government. I mean, there's not one time you saw Flanty Kofa say, taking the party position, CDC position. Because CDC, the opposition, they should be able to oppose whether it's in the interest of the people or not. That's not their issue. As long as it's coming from the government should have to justify everything. But Flanty Kofa never asked for justification. He got so involved with this government that he even allowed himself to travel with this government to go places. Because when you go to places, the Speaker of the House of Representatives and the President of the Republic of Liberia are flying together, going to seek the interest of the Liberian people together. And when he goes to those places with the president, he was never referred to as opposition speaker. He always worked with his president. What is it so much that Richard Cohn gonna do for you that Flanty Kofa is unable to do for you? Let me bring in Walter Carter. Walter Carter, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Mr. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hear you. So, but look at this. What I just played, and I'm not the only one that played that. They even have a longer version of that. And this government, if you go back and look at the entire process, people who used to support it, there's no way you can justify this. You got law enforcement in the country. You have justice minister in the country. And even if you're going to evict the person and you want to break the door down, where's the sergeant of arms to say, you know what? Sergeant of arms, even if you're not going to take the hammer and chase her, if you're not going to take the pry-bar to do that, but you read it, what the letter is saying, the court order that's giving you that permission to do so, you read it publicly while you're doing what you're doing, and you read the court order. Nothing. Let me bring Walter Carter in. Walter Carter, thank you for joining. What's on your mind, sir?
Well, the same topic you listened to, the beginning stories, and it was interesting. But then I was interested in the politics of the day. And, we have been saying this thing on this platform. And sometimes it baffles me when I hear us trying to hide from the truth. You can't carve your cake and eat it, like the people say, the liberal. So we said on this platform that the president is in the know of everything that happened at the legislature over there from the get-go. They say where there is smoke, there is fire. When Fanatic Kofa wanted to be speaker, before the election, there were opposition against him from the executive and within the ranks of his peer. When he became speaker, the executive also dished out money amongst the representatives. Some of the representatives, they called it, at the time they were forming a block, 4,500. Yeka Koluba at the time, they thought he was part of them. They gave him a coupon. He went to this the Lebanese man's store, and he showed the coupon to the Lebanese man to verify. The Lebanese man said, yes, he's seen and know of this. When Yeka Koluba ready, come and pick your stuff. When Yeka Koluba put this thing out to the public, the executive drew their hand on it. The rest of the legislators swept it. They did what they had to do. I don't know what they want to collect that thing, but that story just died down. That story died down. The same way with the money that we're exchanging here to remove Speaker Kofa. That story died, and the media didn't follow through with that story. The requisite authority didn't follow through with that story, and it died down. Yeka Koluba said it from the get-go. We downplay it. The president asked the speaker to travel with him abroad. Behind him, he was being overthrown. People came on this platform and were defending the unlawful remove of a speaker when we told them it was wrong. I remember you objected to it, that it was wrong, even though your support remained constant with the Unity Party and Bishop Bwaka, but your support for Speaker Kofa has been constant. But we must speak truth to power. Those representatives just didn't move Speaker Kofa. The Unity Party won total dominance of both houses. This is the reason why they were pushing in money, connection to move the needle to get the speaker out. Today, what's happening? The last time I was on this show, and I called a certain representative, a certain name, and you just at me, you told me don't do that, and only to find out the video you just showed. When you go longer in that video, he one of those people. In fact, he the one. There were only two over there that bust that place. Two of them, they broke the door down, and that had me mad because we know what happened during our Civil War. See what happened today in section when a sitting representative will call a Supreme Court judge, associate judge, or that he's a drunkard. He drank liquor, went to the King Juice shop and drink liquor. They're not only that kind of liquor talk in section. These are people we look at the Supreme Court to be the highest or the final arbiter of justice in our country. When they rule, we all say, yes, sir. We bow down to the rule. For a sitting lawmaker to disrespect a speaker, the Supreme Court, and then you want me, Mr. Toe, to give that lawmaker my respect because few handful of Liberians voted for him in his district to be the representative. I said no. Respect is a two-way street. The Liberian people gave you their confidence to go and represent them. It doesn't mean representing the entire Liberia, representing your district. So when you come to that place, they call that place the honorable house. You got to live as an honorable person in the house in exercising your duty. You cannot be disgruntled. You cannot show to the world that house is a house of people who have no reputation. The way they act over there.
Thank you.
The way they carry themselves. And that was these two representatives, with the exception of Coca. Coca was forceful, moving, doing all his political maneuvering and things. But you never saw Coca out there lashing out. Like how you see this guy they call Famule, who from the farmer district. Unfortunately, he's a fireman, but I don't know how to get in the Perepo era. Because no Pere need Famule. There's no pellet. You never hear.
Okay,
No,
well,
no, no.
okay,
Let me talk my own. Let me talk my own. You will
okay,
never hear no pellet ni family element environment
okay.
coming in a former district in Beaumont and winning an election there to show himself all the way he shows himself. When you talk about Colette, I will agree with you. But
Thank
those
you.
two people, they are bringing complete disgrace to our legislature.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
let me.
Thank you. The last name, as my name is Samson Brown Toll. The Toll Knee Association with the global people, but I'm from Grand Gita. So, but anyhow, that's a different thing. Let me make the announcement. Fatima, please, you go on Madam Frederick Clark page. I think what I'm reading here is in loving morning of Ayana Christine Frederick. It
Mm.
is with heavy hearts that
Oh,
we, the Frederick family, announce the passing of our beloved daughter, Ayana Christine Frederick,
Oh,
who left us on Friday, February 7th, 2025. So I think
oh wow.
that's one of the reasons why we have not seen Madam Clark on this show, and you guys can go on her page, and you should be able to see that in there. And again, we just want to take this time to say, Madam Clark, we sympathize with you, Sister
yeah,
Frederick. We sympathize with you.
yeah.
It's very sad. She seemed to be a very lovely lady. Um, so you guys can read it. They have other announcement on there as well. So I thought I'd make that announcement. The page you can go on is Esther Clark Frederick. When you go there, you will see that announcement. I hope if it is the same lady that always coming to our den, that's her. But that's the only Esther Clark Frederick that I know that.
Oh,
So
it's sad. It's sad.
yeah, very sad, very sad. So I mean, you can see the picture where she holding her daughter with the entire family. So
Is it on the LPR page?
no, on her own page.
Our own page.
The
Okay, I will
CEO,
check it out.
those things that CEO
What
when
color what color clothes she wearing? On her page.
there
What
only one Frederick Clark at this time she changed her her, her stuff with the dollar picture now.
oh,
You see the little girl picture?
I don't see
Okay, if
this.
you put Esther, Esther Clark, Clarke hyphen Fredericks.
And I put it there, I don't see. But anyway, I will keep looking.
Any of you
But if
seen
she
it?
listening, have my
Yeah,
sympathy, man.
yeah. I know at this
Esther.
time. Yeah. At this time, I'm sure she. I mean, she's not into any radio business right now. But I thought we try to express that because I saw it today. And I'm like, what? It's very sad, very sad.
Esther Clark Frederick or Esther Frederick Clark?
Esther Clark Frederick. Esther Clark hyphen Frederick.
Okay.
Why are you guys finding it difficult to see that?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
the
think it's there.
name, the differences of the name.
No, it's Esther Clark hyphen Frederick. Clark
Oh,
and
hyphen.
yeah, hyphen Frederick. You see it?
How you hyphen?
Yeah, hyphen like small that little that little line that connect
It
two
looks
Oh,
words
good.
together.
oh, okay.
Frederick.
You see it?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
don't
guys
know.
seen it?
It's not showing up on my something.
it's loading here.
It's not showing up for me, but it's okay. We'll find it later, Deborah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
all right, okay. Anyway, anybody that
I'm seeing one Esther Frederick here with a Esther Clark Frederick. Her page, she got 1,100 views and followers.
1,100, yes,
Oh, I
and then
just saw.
and but they on her page, she got glasses on,
Yeah.
and then the girl who passed
Oh,
is up.
okay.
You see it now.
Yes, I
So if
seen
you
it.
click on that, you go down, you see the little girl who passed, and then you see uh, the whole
We're not
story.
friendly. We're not friendly on Facebook, so I'm only seeing her December 25th something.
Okay. All right.
I'm not
Maybe
seeing
that.
anything recent from her.
Maybe that's why you're not friend with her. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but let me follow her and see. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But anyway, my Esther, the half hour
Yeah,
sympathy.
so
I
we
know these
sorry
things are very
for
difficult to deal with. Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Malik, good evening again. Once again, congratulations to your upcoming show. We hope that you will, like I said, you will do us a good deal here by educating and helping us to understand everything else. Let's hear from you. What's on your plate, Doc?
Oh, well, I would just, first of all, let me extend my heartfelt sympathy to Esther. She has always been following us on the show, and it's just regrettable and downhearted to hear that such sad news. And I wish her my deepest condolences. But with regard, I've been following the show anyway. I think the breaking down of the office is it's unacceptable. It doesn't look good. It doesn't reflect well on us. But let's get back to what Mr. Ketter was just trying to analyze for us. This thing is a long history. Everything we predicted that was going to happen is happening. You see, everything we predicted, the executive being quiet, now it went to the Supreme Court, they played around it. It's like the guy, they knew exactly what was going on. And to be very frank with you, I don't support it, but it is predictable that it was going to happen. All right. So in short, I think in leadership, uh, as I always say on this platform, there's something I always refer to as common sense in leadership. There are some signal, like for instance, Liberal or Keto or Colin, you go to work. And by the time you enter the door, your boss just slammed the door before you. Then you decide to go to the HR. The HR say, we don't want to talk to you. All right. People who you're supposed to fall back on, everybody ignoring you. Tell me now, and Libra, you gotta read between the tea leaves. Either your days are coming to an end, or something is happening, but the outcome will not be good. The outcome will not be good. This man was defending rule of law. The people he was dancing around with, taking a case to all those people there, they were not even interested in rule of law. You see? So this outcome is not strange to me. But Kofa should have, he should have read the tea leaf better than this. I said it time and again that Kofa should have just resigned when the thing was happening to maintain his dignity. Look at the kind of way it's going now. It's very disgraceful. Look how the boss in that man told that. Like Libra just said, where are the court order? Where is this one? Maybe they're going by their rules. But it's just disgraceful, to be very frank with you. You see? But again, on the flip side, it seems to be Kofa shot himself in the legs. Because if he had quit, if he had gone out of this place ever since, turning people office over, resigned to be a representative, I think he would have won this battle, you see. But even up to today, things not working for him. And who knows? The next thing is going to even be bar off than breaking this door down. Maybe they're going to go after this guy. Who knows? The next time, maybe they say he in a bar accident. Who knows? The next time you hear maybe the mayor house is on fire again for the second time. Who knows? Now politics, you see. So I don't know what fight this guy is fighting, but this thing is over. As the president already in sympathy with this thing, the Senate concur with them. And when the Supreme Court decided to stay away, they said they don't see it that other way. I don't even know what is there now for this guy. There's nothing there, Libra. If I were close to him or close relative, I would just tell him I would have even tell him to just resign from the whole horse business, go take a vacation, come back another time to run. I would have given him that advice and let the doors cool down. Because what goes around, come around. Okay? The thing that happened, it will happen to them too. You wait. That drama will come back.
Of course.
Oh, that drama will replay. One money was involved, that drama will replay. I'm telling you, trust me, it will happen. To the very cool guy, it will happen.
Thank you. Let's come to you, Terry.
Yeah, so like we said the
You
last
were
time,
on that same subject earlier, but go ahead.
yeah, liberal, like you said that we said it last time. These are all things. I said the optics does not look good, but Honorable Kofa wanted to score a political point, and I think he did. The only thing here is that my regret is lawmakers that are trying to obstruct the process just to gain political or just to destabilize the government, because these are all commentary after the news. Honorable Kofa already know where he stands right now. All right, the whole entire government have moved on. You can do two things: withdraw yourself, chill, or you can continue to persist and be looking just like a fool. Because there is a rumor now that is saying that Honorable Kofa is thinking to, allegedly thinking to resign from the entire legislature, from his position as a representative, because it is alleged in some other news that he wants to, he cannot sit on a Richard Kuhn. And obviously he have missed 24 section days. That is tantamount to suspension according to the rules of the House. So if he cannot go to the House, and it's alleged also, according to Colette, James Colette, that he had been taking his benefits and his salary, even though he's not going to session. So that is where the dishonesty comes in. All right. And I think if you don't want to be part of something, make sure that you're not part of it all the way. Do not do it in a compromised position. Do not try to be taking money and say, oh, then at the end of the day, go ask and they will say, oh, but my benefit are entitled to it. Yeah, you're entitled to it, but you're not going to session. You're not doing the librarian people work. Nothing you're doing. You're just sitting there collecting your benefit, collecting your salaries, and all of that. So what is your plan? What are you trying to do? All right. So will he leave the job? Will he totally resign from the House? And obviously, if he does, or whosoever do, the government gonna find replacement for you. They're gonna go back to the neck is gonna throw it out there for by-election. So any which way you do it, you're gonna be the victim. You can't fight government. You can't. You will try, but you can't. Even the thing Musa Belede is doing, liberal, the thing Musa Belede is doing, do he have the financial means to sustain it? He don't. According to the African leadership, especially places like Liberia, once the president control everything. Like somebody always said on the platform, I think Mr. Moses or some of them, or somebody, I think Mr. Victor, Liberia runs an imperialist government. The president is the big man for everybody because of the money, the cash flow, cash violence, and all of that. And in as much as I support Joseph Parker, JMB, I know exactly that this is the way that most of the Liberian leaders, this is the road they always take, especially from Madame Sirleaf, beginning from Madame Sirleaf. I don't know about Charles Taylor, but beginning from Madame Sirleaf, where our democracy was reborn, that have become the culture, the norms. Once you are the president, the speaker should be in your corner. So I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let me come to Walter Carter. Talk to me about this Speaker Kofa. Do you think the breaking down of the door, Terry made some point here, some starting point, which I think is very on point, that Kofa must have scored some political point here. Do you think it's just a political point that Kofa has scored here, or the uptick itself is also going to affect and damage the image of this government overall? You're muted. You need to go back
if
to
you follow if
Connecticut. You need to go back to Connecticut and tell us where you are. You're muted.
if you follow Speaker Kofa, he wanted this to happen. He told them, he said they acted unlawfully because they told him to go and open his office to get his stuff out. He had a little brief press interaction. He told them, he said, you guys, all the process, through everything you guys did was unlawful. Your overthrow was a coup. So you're going and the same action you took against me, you can do in the office. And he made them to walk into his trap. And today the table has turned. I mean, I think he was just acting in the line of the rule of law. At the same time, he was trying to tell and say, look, I'm an educated man. I know the law. So I'm not going to fall prey to your thing you guys doing. But I listened to my brother Terry, right? Kofa did not embarrass himself. He did the right thing. When you have a group of disgruntled renegade lawmakers that only came to do what they did because of the selfish aim, not in the interest of Liberian people, I will hail Kofa as the hero. I will hail Kofa as the man that we can emulate in our society to stand up to injustice, unfairness, and every corruption in our society. We all sit on this platform and cry corruption, corruption. We should never give 1 inch of support to those people that call themselves root of how you call them, majority black. We should never, because everything they stand for is illegal. Corruption. You know what happened today in their group? They're letting people go now. They're moving people from their position. They're suspending them in the very group. Or in the Mensa lady, they kicked Mensa out for her own committee. What the other guy named?
That's not true.
Hey, brother.
Terry, let him speak it on. Let him speak it on. Terry, let him speak it on, please.
They kicked Mensa out of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
They kicked Mensa out. Another person, they kicked the person out because these people.
Liberal people borrow your slogan.
The people are
people can listen to the guru. Moment Keto, the people can listen to the guru. I'm telling you.
Terry, be honest here. I can never contradict myself on this program as long as we all agreeing to the fact that.
No, I didn't say you contradict yourself.
No, I just saying something now. As long as we all agree to the fact that corruption is a plague in our society, corruption has caused us to go to war and kill each other.
So, Walter Carter, just make it brief for me. Since it seemed like you were on board with Terry suggesting that yes, Kofa indeed scored some political point. Before I go back to Dr.
Not some political point. He's the hero.
Okay,
He scored everything.
Okay, let me go to Dr. Malley. Dr. Malley, the uptake itself. You were suggesting earlier that Kofa perhaps brought this thing on himself, but the uptake himself, what does it look like to you? Do you think Kofa this whole issue with breaking door, what position does it put the government in terms of international community and what have you, investors and everything else, if you want to go that far?
Well, I think this is just piece of the iceberg. So I don't think it's having any problem with investor coming in our country. In the first place, the entire judiciary is supposed to go through a reform. The last time we read the State Department report, corruption is still lingering all over that place. And I don't see how corruption and rule of law can work hand in hand, you see. And everything that's happening now, these seeds were planted since 1847. It's just that they're being manifested in very different form now. You see? So I see Kofa as the loser of this whole thing. He did not apply common sense.
Okay.
I said it
All
many
right.
times. I will continue to say it. You see, probably I don't know why he think among the bunch of thieves, he just jumping out of from there and try to fight back and expect to succeed. The system is rotting, you
Okay.
see. And I will even advise him to just retire right now. I'm telling you, because who knows? The worst thing could still come his way.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Folks will be putting the number up here, but let's talk about this. Yeah. Each of us 2 minutes each, please, so that I can put a number up. Let's start with you, Terry. Liquor talk. What do you think these people are now trying to put this justice on record? You think the next thing on their playbook will be to impeach this justice?
Well, liberal, like bro, anything can happen, and this justice is putting himself in Wahala continuously. First of all, I want to thank them for using your word. In recent time, you have been the guy who used the word all the time. So that means they follow us, they watch the show and all of that. And they listen to us, they listen to Dr. Male, Keto, Cisse, and all of us. The last time the president said, if you're a witchcraft, we'll hunt you, that what he need. Cisse made that statement before the president highlighted it. So I thank God that they're listening to us. But the liquor tour, the expression he used was not precise, and it was not supposed to be used that way. I don't think labor meant to labor
He
could
even
be the
went
one.
farther to go to King You shop.
Yeah, So the guy should have apologized, even if you had a speculation, right, that the man that was not the judge. You cannot be using no kind of expression on on one of the justices sitting on the Supreme Court bench. All right. Those kind of things can aggravate them more. And they may end up saying something or going further. And you don't want that, especially when you know that your hand is in the lion mouth. So but they can also summon the justice minister to give to give further interpretation on his statement. They can do that. And they can impeach him if they want to. But that will cause a serious crisis in the country. Especially looking at the condition of the house now, that you don't have the full house, together. You don't want to press that kind of button. So I think that dude he did not perform well. He should have apologized and say, you know what? The thing is just simple. He's just supposed to say, I don't think the voice on that tape is the chief judge, is Mr. Vincent, is Judge Vincent's voice. But we will verify it. Let the man himself come and speak. When he speak, then I will know. But until then, that is not his voice. Simple. And you laugh with it and move on.
Thank
But
you.
he just got aggravated and used those kind of expression. It's
Thank you.
not looking good.
Thank you. Guys, we'll open the line. Soon as we wrap this 2 minutes each up, and we'll open the line. Go ahead, Walter. What do you make of this?
Well, um, I look at two people in our group, Famule and Kole, very rude individuals. From the inception of this thing, they were very rude. Their utterance was not decent. The Famule man went on spoon and told Samuel Jackson about his illness in a demeaning manner. A cancer man like you, that what he said to Samuel Jackson. And he has said it to other people in so many forms. It was not strange for him to do this. And sometimes, like Brempo said, if you bypass your respect, you will bother with your disgrace. I think when the Liberian people were crying that they wanted interpretation, a layman interpretation of the Supreme Court ruling, the Supreme Court should have mustered the courage to come out and interpret
Right.
what they said to the Liberian people, like how he said it recently. Because we knew when the Supreme Court handed down the ruling, and we saw the majority black coming up to 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 distort the Supreme Court ruling or change the Supreme Court ruling in ways that favor them and brainwash the Liberian people, the Supreme Court should have come right back and said no. But you see, we always try to want to be correct, slick. We not correct, but we always try to want to be slick. I think some people would on the Supreme Court bench were in favor of what happened in the House.
Thank you.
They like the 2 minutes go you are watching it, Mr. To. It's gone.
Yeah, now you're 2 minutes. That's my 2 minutes. Go ahead, finish, wrap it up.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
That I got Chinese 2 minutes all. So go ahead.
So when I listen to the associate or justice, he said something. He said both sides operating is ultra viral. So my question anybody can answer on the platform anywhere. My question to him: how Fanatic Kofa Una's operation became ultra viral? Fanatic Kofa did not commit any crime. He's the legitimate speaker. The people left for honor him that had no legitimate right where they were sitting. They didn't have the phone number. They were conducting. He went and did as the Constitution said. Go and call roll. And if you don't meet quorum,
And that's
move.
I believe that's the one that Justice was talking about, because the Constitution requires quorum, and the fact that Francis Kofa could not maintain the quorum and not able to have section, maybe that's what he was talking about. Go ahead and wrap
But
it.
the Constitution also provides that.
And that's why he said both of you are antivirus.
No, he couldn't put it on Kofa because the Constitution provides Kofa with the right, even though he had lower number, to go and call section, and after roll call, if they don't meet, if they cannot force the people to come in, they go, they move, they disperse and go home. The Constitution provided they can do it 200 times. They will continue doing it until they will be able to get to where they can get quorum. But the majority group did not even meet the 49 members. They had a quorum, but they never had speaker. So who are wrong in this case? It was them. But again, it is where we are.
Let's go to Dr. Malley. What do you make of the video liquor talk?
Well, literally, it would be interpreted as insignificant statement, worthless, and we should not pay attention to it. But here's my take. I strongly believe that there are some symptom of hypocrisy on the bench. Hypocrisy in the sense that people sat down there entertaining this guy complain 2 different times. And what was the result? The result were never clear. You see? Now they came to a point where they decided, okay, we're not even attending this so that we're not dignify one side and all the kind of thing. Like Keto said, they started using all the terminology, ultra-virus, on Kofa and all the kind of thing, and the other group. So where do you stand? All right. And if you knew you're not going to pass fair and impartial judgment, why did you entertain this man case in the first place? Until they may have to come back to go to lower court. You see? So my conclusion here is that these were not strange connection. People were connecting the dot down there. The judiciary, the executive, the legislature, they were all connecting the dot in the dot in our place there. So it was not strange at all. They knew the outcome of this thing, you see. So they also play their game. But Libra, here is my main concern here. Why is it that the camp this man came from? I know how CDC can mount pressure. I know how CDC can engage the audience in Liberia. I know how CDC can take to the street to express their feeling from their body language. So my question now is, why they were not in the trenches for this guy up to the last minute?
Thank you. Yeah. I will answer for you. Speculation. Frantikova is a friend, but I'm not in touch with him. So strictly speculation. Every time I say hello, he say hello, big brother, and that's it. That's it. We don't talk nothing else. Okay. But let me just say this here. from the beginning, it's always been my impression that Frankie Kofa most likely to sedition. I don't want here. I don't want yala wala wala. Let me handle this through the law. Because I believe if Flantiko, because President, we could have mobilized
Okay.
and it would have turned upside down. But I believe Flantiko knew very well. I'm a lawyer, number one. And secondly, Flantiko himself is also being looked at just within the West African bloc. They're looking at Flantiko. He's always been in the news in the West African bloc. So people know he's very intelligent. And for him to go and do this and have people to come in and turn this thing to some sort of a huge confusion, he didn't want to go through that, one thing. But let me say this here. With this liquor tough, Foley seemed to, for me, from my liberal political guru perspective, I think Foley is very smart. Foley is very smart. What Foley has done, and then you will say the liberal is a real guru here tonight. So remember now, there's a bill in front of the Supreme Court, bill of information. Foley have turned this speaker, this justice speaking, and not in public, but Foley have made it public. So if they go back to the court, for these people, lawyer will say this man need to be recused because he has made some statement that is now injuring us. I'm not a lawyer; I practice one on TV.
Wow.
So Foley, and then that's why Foley could not come out today to apologize.
Wow.
So now, when they go back to the court, and this guy, in order for him to be seen credible, because whatever statement he made, he didn't make that statement on behalf of the Supreme Court.
Right.
It was something he made, even though perhaps it was what everyone and I were thinking, but they did not ask him to make that statement on behalf of the Supreme Court. And with him now being able, with his voice being in the public glare now, he's going to have to recuse himself.
Oh, Mr. To, was there any dissenting any dissenting view on the conclusion of the verdict?
No,
Among the justices?
no, not that
So
I'm aware of.
So all five of them concluded that the action was ultra virus, right? So
I agree.
if one of them coming out to give an interpretation, I'm not
talking about where the weight the ruling gonna, if they still, even if it's 4, but the fact that they will be able to prick the justice itself for the justice to be recused. And these people were wrong with that thing.
Yeah, but if you say one should recuse, you got 4. If 4 come up with a scene statement, then what happens?
Yeah, they come up with a scene statement. Listen now, listen again. This is it has, at this point, the law, whatever the law the justice is going to come up with, they will be precise. However, Foley and his group will go back to what they know the best, which is politics. We were able to recuse, we were able to have the justice recuse himself. And in fact, he had tainted the mind of the other justices. Look, these things are not that we're talking Liberia. No small politics. You go into your own Liberian community organization, you will see when people start talking, you think they're a lawyer.
So, Mr. To, as a political guru, let me interview you now on the show. As a political guru, what advantage do you think the Rule of Law Caucus has now?
Advantage in terms of what?
We saw the Rule of Law Caucus right after.
They are in a losing position. But here's what I'm going to predict to you: the Supreme Court will come back and say we've already ruled that the action on both sides antiviral. Go back to the status quo and leave it as that. And then when they finish making that the second time, they fall back into the House of Representatives. And Koka said, what's his name? Kun said, I'm the speaker. I'm the
Then
speaker. Who's gonna move me?
Kofa San is speaker.
And then Kofa say I'm the speaker. You're
And guess what's gonna happen?
I'm still the speaker.
But liberal,
Yeah.
there is nothing that these guys can do, because the reason that what you're saying, the Supreme Court right now cannot jeopardize herself by going further to interpret this particular bill of information. Because if they do, they will put themselves also in jeopardy. Because the public now is all ears waiting to see. Just what you're saying, I'd see somebody saying here that the statement was official statement. What when you mean by official, what do you
official.
mean?
It's not.
Because
Don't listen to that.
when
That one they
judge,
call it. They not only that one they call it liquor talk. It's not
No.
official.
But what the person is saying is true, because on Spoon it was confirmed that the office, in fact,
They say yes. The
Supreme
office
Court
agreed.
bench
The office agreed that was the voice.
But
But
Terry,
they did say I'm
he
speaking
said that
on
was his
behalf of
voice,
the
but
justice.
not.
no.
I'm asking-
Listen, I'm talking about the voice. I said it was the decision. But don't forget now, Mr.
That what the office is?
Mr.
The
Toll,
office,
yeah,
the office
Get
didn't
up.
say that was the decision
No.
of the Supreme Court.
it was on Spoon. They said they didn't say it was his voice. They said what he said, and was
Yeah,
the
that
statement
indeed
from
it
all
was
of them.
him who's speaking. They
Yeah, it
said
was
No,
indeed
from all of
May
that
them.
was
just
him
verify
speaking,
the
but
voice.
he was not speaking
this-
on behalf of justice on behalf of the Chief Justice
But
on behalf
just
of
the
the
thing,
Supreme
Mr.
Court.
Toll.
But
Mr.
let's
Toll,
move
this
on.
the thing. This the thing, Mr. Toll. Once the Supreme Court come out and interpret it, the Supreme Court will not, go and contradict themselves. The Supreme Court
What do you
made
mean?
a statement. The Supreme Court made a statement that is ultra viral. You and myself interpreting it the way we think. When you go back to the definition of ultra viral, it means unconstitutional. So the
Yes.
Supreme Court will come out to the
Okay,
same.
but here's the thing I'm going to say to you
Yeah,
now.
that's true. Very true.
This is what I'm
Yeah.
going to say to you here. The Supreme Court of Liberia, they are lawyers just like the Supreme Court of the United States.
No, don't compare to people, man.
Doc, let me finish my own. They are lawyers. Whether they are banana lawyer or not, they are loyal to us. To
Okay.
us, they are lawyers. They are in charge of interpreting our rules, our laws. Now, they will come back and say, "Why you're bothering us?" They will not say it like that, but their output most likely will be like that. "Why you're bothering us? We already ruled this thing was antiviral. You need to go back to status quo." They will repeat themselves. Now, when that happens, the lawyer who played one on TV, Samson will come and say the thing in favor of Frantic Kofa. Terry will come and say,
Your interpretation now, they will ask you now, because you already now understand what is ultra viral. How will you can say in favor of me? Well, ultra viral means illegal.
have we not argued that before? This thing here, look, to be honest with you, Kofa have these people on the run, to be honest.
No.
Look, what's his name? Kun going to have to get out. The executive put themselves in a position. This is nothing anymore about this is not anymore about Liberian law, the justices and things like that. This is being played on the international community. I mean, on the international scene. This is being played by investor. The thing I just showed you here, what happened with Flantikofa office, does not boast well for investor coming in our country.
No,
It
but
does not boast well.
Liberal. When you bring up the political liberal in our
yes.
Go ahead, Mr.
Yeah, let's just if you say it doesn't august well for investor, I don't know. But this is a long haul. The thing has a beginning. And I'm sure the investor been following the story.
So let me ask you that, Dr.
So
Mare.
are you telling me they piece?
Dr. Mare, let me hold you right there. Please, let me hold you right there. Let me hold you right there. Ask you. The investor that are going to be coming into Liberia.
Yeah.
He's going to have his eyes and ears. There's like a company. I want to invest in Liberia. Can you guys tell me more about Liberia? So you think people will go and take their time to investigate the beginning of this process,
Mhm.
most likely,
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
will go to the juicy part.
Yeah.
And the juicy part has to do with the breaking down of the office. They're
Okay.
not going to go and say Supreme Court say antivirus and the people say we don't know what. They're not going to go through that process.
No.
They're going to go through the process of the optic.
Yeah, but I think this is my optic.
Okay.
And an investor coming to Liberia, let's assume I'm taking the bottle to Liberia. And we are talking about a safe environment.
Yeah.
We know Liberia's story already. The corruption all over the place.
Okay.
All right.
We know Liberia coming from a war.
Yeah. Looking at this door. And what I want to tell you, Liberia, here is this. Each party there will do everything to blow a trumpet very strong to win someone on his side. I just want to let you know that.
Okay, but they're not going. The investor is not coming that way.
I'm coming now.
Okay.
People will find tons and tons of reason to justify why that road that door was broken in or even put on Facebook. You will get that justification.
We already have that already.
Assuming I'm the investor. First of all, I'm concerned about the rule of law. Is it transparent? Okay. That what I'm not going to look at it.
I agree with you. That explanation you're looking for, what's his name? Colette already gave us that.
Okay.
He told us that for months they've been writing the speakers, and the speaker has not replied. He said the last one, they wrote the speaker, and the speaker said they can do whatever they want to do. I agree with all that.
Okay.
But that is not what they're gonna look. Here's the thing here.
Okay, but let me tell you now, the investor is not coming to unauthorized embattled speaker. That's the first thing.
No, I'm not even looking at the speaker. Forget Frandicofa. Forget everything else.
So what are we looking for here?
Let me tell you now what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
What I'm looking at. Liberia is coming from civil war.
Yeah.
If you go right now and you put in violence in Liberia, this breaking down door will show up on video.
Yeah, no problem.
What date? 2 or 3 days ago. And you want to water cutter, you're muted. You're muted.
I was just on the American website, just last night on the American website.
Okay.
And you know what they got about Liberia? Advising Americans that go into Liberia. If you put in the go, they got a whole advisory, crime, protest, rule of law. I mean lawlessness.
Okay. So
lawlessness. Then the air mark. They got the capital. Don't go around the capital area.
Aaron Grappler, if you're listening, give me a call. Give me a call. You want to know?
Those are things they got there. But the question I wanted to ask you, Mr. Toe.
You got John? Okay.
The question I want to ask you, Mr. Toe, is. The question I want to ask you, Mr. Toe, is what do you think happened to the majority black when one of the political liberal in our country refused to shake the so-called speaker hand at the ceremony?
Who?
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But why would you bring Ellen Johnson Sirleaf?
He shake my hand out.
Ellen who moved to speaker?
You know what happened? You know why she ain't shaking her hand? She don't even remember why she was there.
Liberal, you're gonna have
you think when you're coming to come scare her, yeah? I beg she was there, but she didn't even know what she was there for. She didn't know who she's shaking. Go ahead.
No. But Liberal, don't forget now. Then we have to go back. Then we have to go.
Let me take this call. I beg you, just hold your tongue. I beg you, please. Go ahead, Clarence.
Well, thank you for the show tonight, Mr. Toro.
You're welcome.
I had 3 different points that I wrote down. Let me get my paper. Number 1 is Kofa building. It's no office. Sometimes when we supporting people, we can sometimes make the people in getting here to be the drag on us to say to be the Bukuni. That office of Folachiko is occupying that the people broke down there 2 times. I think that 2023 Buffer Chimo was in our same office. So when he came there now and somebody new to it, started doing all of those things. in the Ghana way of presenting certain leaders and people, because Ghana made every good thing from Ghana. So if we supporting somebody, we should sometimes look in the other people's face and tell them that this is what the person meant to play. These are the things that are happening. You and myself don't have any clue that for Nati Kofa put a hint door there, you find a people going down the break the door. That door down there is a government property. The second point here is a job message. To me, I support for this formula 100% for the statement that he made because John Wesley did not respect himself. And he not follow what you feel had his statement. You feel already giving Rudy in that case. Why are you going getting it? Bringing Biden, Sunday Biden, going somewhere getting making statement. Thank God that the majority of people getting it, they are more sympathetic that they are not of the CDC, that because of Cabinet Channel statement, getting the impeachment that time. And the third point here is, and for the tip of the other say you that come with to come with clean hand. You say you don't recognize these people, you feel that they are anti-rule the law. But at the same time, if you about budget, you're getting your benefit, you're getting your salary, and even the team are asking you for the people that you recruited in your office to follow the list so they'll be able to pay them. But you are not getting paid. And the people that work with you, since this confusion started, they are not taking paid. And you really be doing the right for a good people? To me, it's not fair. Then the last point I wanted to make here is it. Musability. Talk about musability. We stand up to the government, you will be. Musability has scanned on your process already. Musability has a whole lot of corrections out on it. Even the Shima girl company, there's a company that Musa do. And the kid is still in the court. So if musability begin to keep the government down, one of these things will come on and show the government you hear one day that musability is going through a uncle case. So when we are preaching the politics, we should be gentle enough and look at the good side and look at the bad side. But if somebody makes statement that everybody will come here and get in it and make a statement a lot of women, I don't see it fair. For the formula, I think you can go one step back because anything you say in the session, nobody can hold you responsible. I don't know why the people get running with anything today. Oh, just the way you talk to the judge. The judge said never respect himself. They always made that statement. I call it statement. So I'm getting the money in which he has been going. And the last point I want to make, they gotta see the same power. It's that the money can be very solid on the show tonight. Thank God. Thank God.
because CEO now here, when CEO here, you're not gonna get a kind of beautiful talk from him. Thank you. Power pass power. When the CEO now here, Dr. Male speak precise, and that's why he carrying his own show, and that's why we're gonna enjoy him because the CEO is not gonna be there, and nobody's gonna be, and that's what those of you that will watch, you will truly enjoy the brilliance of this man, and then you will know why he's a PhD holder. I mean, But anyhow, let me go on one more caller, please, guys. Samson, probably know what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Tool, and the rest of the panel, this Ambrose.
Thank you, Ambrose.
I'll just listen to it, but this last column made me to call. For him to come, I'm not trying to rebuke him or say anything, but he's very low in the standard. If you're going to say, well, Fode said, or the behavior of Fode is something that he embraced or he condoned, and I don't know where we're heading right now. If you think that the judge make an error and you can impeach him, go ahead and impeach him according to book and impeach him, but for us to be finding excuse or justifying people bad behavior or embracing people bad behavior, because the government will not be in power for the rest of their life. At some point, the power will be turned over, or somebody else will take over the leadership of that country. would that be something that would be acceptable, or that behavior, that type of behavior would be acceptable? What people would just look at certain people and say, "Oh, you don't talk it," or if poor integrity. For instance, right now, if somebody, man say, yeah, if that judge there sentence me or I get the opportunity to criticize and say, "Oh, the judge." Suppose that EJS is supposed to be questioning all the judges that if that's what if they thought justice would happen in Liberia.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a truth. You see, the next thing I wanted to say is he says when people start looking for a way to quiet people down, because now the point that he just raised, he said Musa Benete have he robbed somebody of that company. So now they're trying to find me that to quiet Musa from speaking. So because that's why they start raising an alarm. Oh, he robbed somebody of his company, or he robbed somebody of that company, or he have issues. So when to keep Musa quiet, maybe that's the next thing we'll soon start hearing. Or Musa having a legal battle, or Musa is in trouble with the company, and we can't be doing that because we don't want you to speak. So we try to shut you down, or family to shut you down. I don't know where the country is heading.
Thank you.
But you did extremely well, though, bro. I was just trying to listen, but thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see. Aaron brought it and I'm calling. Okay. All right, guys. Let's wrap it up. We'll be back here tomorrow. Mr. Sue will be on. So let's try to wrap it. And let me make this other comment here quickly, then we can go ahead. I think this group, why I give okay, let me take this other call here, guys, please. Samson told bro, probably what's your name, where you're calling from, what's on your mind? You gotta lower your monitor, please.
Yeah, I'm not around any TV, sir. How you doing?
Oh, fine. We're listening to you. Go ahead.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah, you're on the phone.
Yeah, Mr.
And I can't even phone you on too. So.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes, I was listening to you guys, and I just wanted to weigh in on your wishes, what wishes said.
Go ahead.
The judge came out to prove to the Liberian people and say, hey, what those guys had done, taking philanthropy out of office forcibly, we are not part of it. That's all it shows right there, or that's all it represents.
Mm-hmm.
And when the 40 formula was being ruled, it just showed that how that corrupt. You cannot go and take a sitting speaker and try to prove that this guy committed crime, and you cannot justify the crime that he committed and taking the man out of office. So that's why George Wesley just clarify.
Thank you. So anyway, thank you guys. We're gonna now go ahead and close it. But before we go on to closing, why I gave it to Foley and his group earlier that they're very smart. Most likely they judge who is now at the center of another conversation in this thing. And if the Supreme Court decide to truly hear this, most likely he's going to recuse himself. There's no question. But another thing I want to bring out here very quickly. During Kabila Jana, how do you call it, removal process, Liberian was learning, and many of the people that are in the House of Representatives, that they were caught on ready when everything was, because it was moving fast. If these people, the majority of black think they're going to impeach this guy, they're going to have another thing to deal with, because Liberians are quite aware and they know the process now. You can't do it behind closed door. You can't do it the way they did Kabila and Jera. It's not going to happen this time around. they will have to, not that they are not able to impeach, but they were going to have to go uphill. Kabila Jana, for me, some member of the Supreme Court wanted him out anyway. And so they didn't go to bat for him. They didn't go to bat for him. They didn't fight for him. They did not put out any kinds of a legal stumbling block that these people need to work. But this time around, if they try to go after this justice member of the Supreme Court, you're going to have a long way to go. Well, Carter, give us your closing on this here. Let's hear from you. What will be your
Mr.
closing?
Mr. To, those people are considered lawbreakers. They are considered violator of our constitution. There's no way they can even call a sitting Supreme Court judge to come to even processing or do anything. They can't do that. They will never. The Liberian, the country will turn against them. The fact is, these people rendered a decision. It is, even though we expected them to come and interpret it in layman way, but when they interpret it, it will be the same thing as you put it in ultra vires. It's unconstitutional. They will be the same way. They're not changing anything. The people that violated and
the part of
refused.
Connecticut you live in, is that the same way where the road I go to Rhode Island and the road go to Massachusetts split up over there? Is that the place you live here?
Yeah, the same play.
Okay.
That is same play.
That's what Joseph Baga said. He said he live in America, you're enjoying yourself.
That is same play. They can.
Okay, guys, let me take
That is-
Aaron Brother. I beg you. Let me take Aaron Brother because I beg you. Aaron Brother, good evening. Thank you for calling. What's on your mind, sir? Hold on. What's on your mind, sir?
Good evening, Mr. To. Great conversation. I just wanted to comment on the topic on discussion, mainly what.
Well, Aaron, hold on. Let me merge this. That will be the last caller, folks. Let me merge this guy. Aaron, hold on 1 minute, please. Let me merge the other caller. And he will be the last caller. Aaron, go ahead.
Yeah, mainly fully family. I'm not even going to call him an honorable man because that's why our country, has come to. People that fully family then. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you clear. Loud and clear.
People that fully family then, talking about they are honorable men, they in the House of Representatives, stuff like that. Look, when the ruling came out, the ruling was clear. Okay, the Supreme Court will not come to you and tell you, say, this is this, this is that. Make it from your understanding. They will use their own legal terms and things for you to understand it. Okay, what the Justice Minister did was purely political.
No, hold on now. Hold on. Let me push you a little bit on this here. You're telling us that the justices, the Supreme Court, do not have the time to explain to you their ruling in a layman term. They expect you to have a lawyer who have the ability to explain to you in a layman term. Correct? That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
So why now you will say that a justice minister who also is the lawyer for the government that's supposed to explain it in a layman term to the government, why you don't want him to explain it like that?
You want my honest answer?
Yeah, of course. That's what we do here.
Okay, he lied to them.
Okay, go ahead. Make your point.
Because deep down in his heart, he knows very well that what he told the government, that's not what the rulings said.
Okay.
He knows that.
Okay, I agree with that one, but I just don't want you to say that he shouldn't even make. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, one of the justices came out, and said something, and even his office, the justice basic office clarified the statement. So all I think for the family are doing, talking about, when they try to push it on school, you're talking about, that what Liberian parlance and stuff. What representative is that? What is that? Look, how they call him, Councilor, Anthony Law or Councilor Councilor Bungalow were on school yesterday. I think yesterday or day before yesterday.
Yesterday.
And the question was asked: can these people be prosecuted? For the family then to get ready. These are going to be in power forever. They will get prosecuted for that nonsense that they're doing.
But let me ask you this. 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 Will you want to use the meager data that you're gonna have for school, hospital, and everything else? You want to use that money to go after people politically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Wrap it up. I'm just throwing you. I'm just because because if we were to suggest that this y'all got a school, you ain't got no role, you're taking money to go after. I'm just putting you on point because when the election time comes, when you guys come back to power, we will have that conversation. We will be here. But go ahead, wrap it up so the other caller can come in.
Mr. Toll, look, you and myself are on the same page. You know what these guys are doing. It's purely illegal. You know that. They're just trying to do all kinds of things because they feel like the president wants this man to be a speaker, so the president will the executive will back them. That's why they're doing all this stuff. But another government will prosecute them for this stuff. And you will be here. We all will be here. And we'll see. I close on that.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Next caller, you'll be the last caller. Go ahead. What's on your mind? What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind, sir? Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Todd, I enjoy you tonight. Like when you're by yourself, you can make some good topics.
But when I wanted to know you can join me. When I go on Alfonso platform, I take control. You enjoy me. I don't need to know you. But go ahead, make your comment.
No, I don't like you when you on your own platform. When you go on the other people's platform, then you go make louder. You are saying that the president should cut the African Library back to contribute to the country. It's important, it's true. But there's also you forgot one thing. You know our country. How the people jealous. And the way that you wish. When you go in there to do good things, you're not thinking about the good. You're always thinking about the bad thing.
But let me ask you. Dying in America and dying in Liberia, what one better?
You always survive when something good. But then you go to Liberia, but still start the street and start running down.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Not because the people of our country, but the family is our people. They don't like good things. They only like the people that treat them bad. And you see the example. All the presidents, we fight for nothing good coming out of any president who put them behind this. Even worse than do, they're worse than taller. So you see and then diaspora library going back to see going to help. Brother, sorry. Come back here and I understand you. You come back, brother, and you fight into the hospital for your life.
Thank you.
I've seen it before. I saw somebody. Let me just give you one story quick. Somebody that came from Liberia. And I said, he's senior. They never went to school, senior school guy, but guy that went by Liberia to work in the foreign ministry. I seen him when they got sick. They were fighting by the knife in Liberia. They had it run in the countryside. After they ran in there, they found out, that's who did it to him that way. One boss did it to him because the man was thinking that he can't get a job.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next time when we'll do the conversation, we'll bring that part in. Okay. Walter, please, no more call. Walter, go ahead and give us your closing.
Yeah, thank you, man. Great show tonight. The callers came out good. Quiet show. The laborer was in his movement. Very composed. A celebrity movement.
Your CDC, you ain't put your phone in your mouth tonight, so it's not like you put your phone in your mouth. I'll have to take it out.
We no. The thing about it, when you see we're talking real issue against you, and you yourself bring your own topic or discussing it, you won't be the way usually up around the other show, but good conversation. Yeah. No, but on a serious note, Mr. To, I think we should start calling these people off for what it is. I think that's the only way. We know we've been sugarcoating a lot of things in Liberia. Stealing that make our country poor. We call it corruption. We call it embezzlement. We call it the men who go and jail somebody phone, we call him roll, TV roll, being almost a king. The one that take millions of dollars will say the man misappropriate. So if he says somebody misappropriate, if he steal money, he ain't get time. I misappropriate, so I'm criminal. They move. We call the people criminal when they steal money. We call them rogues. We get their name regardless of who they are. But when we start putting hand up to their name, only man our leader, that person our leader, let's respect our leader. How we respect these people that are killing our people slowly? Let's be honest here. How are we going to respect them not killing our people? We voted them to be able to do something for us. They could have exploit us to the extent where our people suffering. Can you imagine? In Liberia, I saw cars in Liberia, 95,000, $100,000 car, but you get correct street or even drive the cars on. And some other people 1 or 2 years ago, they were on motorbike rally. They couldn't even. They were walking, the shoe he was twisted, hold on to the shoe. Can you imagine that? And now the people who call, we see them are dishonest, and they are, we should call them our leader. We get an honorable title. I think we should call them up when we start making them shame and disgracing them. Maybe they will change.
Thank you.
Because it is dangerous.
Thank you. Terry, what will be your closing, and then the co-host, the other people co-hosts, we can use it tonight to take her home. But before you come in, let me say this here to Carter. Walter Carter, I think, and this is very sincere from my part, I think CDC this time around, having CDC in the opposition, is not only good for our country, but it's also a teachable moment for you, CDC, yourself. I hope that the way you criticize things you said people are doing, that perhaps when you come to power, you yourself most likely will say, okay, we said this and said that, we better make sure we do it right this time around. And I think perhaps this, what I'm saying now, if Sedition take that and try to make that into a campaign topic, that we have seen the lights, that we have redeemed ourselves. We agree, we did X, Y, and Z. We were not all good and what have you, but I think we can do better, because look at these people, what they're doing. And we have seen the wrong they're doing. We don't intend to repeat that. If you do that, I think we'll move a long way. But let me go to Terry. We'll come back here Monday, and I will hope you will join me again. Terry, let's hear your closing.
Labor, you need to be the father of the nation, because you got so much soft heart. What you thinking is far from what CDC people thinking. CDC people talking plenty because they just want to come back to power. If people can't tell you that they did wrong, that the kind of people you want to trust, that God forbid, because they're not coming back, that when they return, they will do the right thing. No. The people already say that propaganda made them to lose the election. They don't agree that the Liberian people saw vis-a-vis the things they were doing. They don't agree to that. They say no, that Unity Party, they are still in denial. So these are not people that you can advise, because they are Fakao. They will not hear you. Look at it. The Sunday
Fakao, that in a French?
Yeah, I think that's some kind of language, but that's a
full soccer player.
But what do you mean?
Eh?
What do you mean Fakao?
So it was a soccer player who they call Fakao. The man just bought the ball in the pool. The man don't listen. So once the ball coming in the air, he will score. Yeah, the man of school will hear. They call the man Fakao. He don't listen. So, but liberal, liberal is that. So CDC,
see, the liberal laughing at because I CDC the man carry the ras, so he laughing. see, it's all right.
So
the political revenue.
I'm not political, so I'm not a political. But however, liberal, Musa Belete is trying hard. He will try, but he will not make it. He will do it on a thing, but he can't make it. You can't fight the government. You can't fight the government. And Unity Party, they know how to fight. They know how to fight. The only thing I'm disappointed in is the President Boka. He don't know how to fight. That I was saying the other time, you know, that President Boka, there are certain political, he don't have that political sense of how to do this kind of thing. He don't have that he don't know how to do or how you, I won't make it fun. You know,
political maneuver.
Yeah, the maneuvering political, he don't know how to do it. If it were people like Ellen, this thing is over a long time. It's gone, long time is over.
With no noise.
With no noise. But he do not know how to do it. You're trying to remove a speaker and you showing yourself. So the whole world will see you. That's not how people can do the thing. You going in a plane to Ghana, you take the speaker hand, you hold a hand, you hold, now the speaker say, you hold Richard Kuhn hand, you put it in a plane with you. Everybody can see that you the one doing it. So that why Ellen will not share her hand. Because Ellen is a true political guru. She want the world to see her shaking Richard Kuhn hand. Because she know that the way you play the game, you didn't play it the way politicians can play it. You see it? So everybody can see your hand inside. Even though it's not vividly clear, you know, but we all know that you behind the thing because you have shown yourself. So, you know, I think that there is a learning moment.
Let me say this here, Terry, before you learn right away. I think when you listen to that audio where, what's his name, Abu Kamara asking Kofa, where are you? And Kofa saying that I'm here in the president's house with Madame Salif. I think Madame Salif were trying to see if they can have that situation resolved. Probably. Because that was during the heat of the whole process when Flandy was saying that Madame Salif was there at the president's house at the time. But go ahead, make a point so that Dr. Malik can take us home.
Probably labor, but the problem is this. At that time, it was the wrong time for even Madame Salif to get involved because the eyes of everybody were red. Money is being spent. The deal is set. Richard Kuhn then promised that, oh yeah, we'll get this thing on and it will be sustained and we'll successfully implement this thing. But the place they failed, after they removed the speaker, they should have waited and make it look like something real that they're trying to do. But they immediately you remove the speaker, then you can't, and immediately the same day you make it. So
that's why he put it left hand. That's why he put it left hand up.
That's why people don't believe in it. If you allow it to sustain for some time, then other people are going to make it look real. Then by now, we're not discussing the thing. But the way he did it, the way they did it, it made the whole thing look fake. That's why many people don't want to recognize Richard Kuhn. But in due time, if they continue to sustain it, and I know the government will have to sustain it because where you start, you got to finish it. So they will have to sustain it. Otherwise, when it blow up in their hands, it will be very, very disgraceful. But I think President Boka, he don't know how to do political maneuvering. Maybe he need to sit down with people like Burman family. He need to sit down with other political gurus, let it get him advice if he want to do these kind of things. But I don't think he know how to do it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. That Mr. So co-host, take us on CEO co-host.
Dr.
On, please.
Dr. Mali. Let me take 30 seconds of your time for me to listen to my brother Terry today in liberating correcting to tell us say Joseph Boaka ain't got no political, know nothing about political maneuvering when you told us that man is politically savage.
What Terry was saying.
I'm talking about the bad things. He don't know how to do bad things.
Yeah. What Terry talking about?
That the bad side. I'm not talking about doing it the right way politically.
The man know how to play dirty game.
That's why I told you, I said, I want to beautify it. I don't want to make it look bad. That's why I put it in our context.
So don't come here now try to take credit that we putting our man under the bus. No. Go ahead.
Yes,
There's a social about this
Look at
disaster.
this revenue is a disaster. Go ahead, Doc. Take us home.
Whenever I know the man finish throwing the president under the bus.
Take us home.
liberal,
People ain't know how to do Baba.
you know, no matter how you dress the devil is the devil. You can even put Western costume on the devil, it's still a devil. The problem here is that the president had no business doing just what he did. Simple and short. You see, and I'm even surprised to see Madam Salif Johnson, former President Salif Johnson, taking a stand
Right.
and try to disengage her partner in corruption. She laid a foundation. Yes, give me a chance.
Wow.
Her partner.
I don't think I want you to close. Let's start all over. Let's start. Terry, you will close for us.
No. Give me a chance. Her partner.
No, but
in
Dr. Male,
corruption.
that kind of work can't lead the audience.
Give me a
You
chance
can't lead that kind of work in my audience.
Yeah, okay, then you will
Okay,
close.
Terry
Don't
will close.
close
Terry,
you.
don't go here. You will close.
Well,
Go ahead,
all
Terry.
right.
So which one you talk you defending Joseph Parker or you defending Ellen? Which one?
Go ahead, Doc.
You talking to me?
Damn. No, I'm talking about the
Go ahead,
liberal.
go ahead.
The
No,
liberal.
no, they want more than the water now.
Yeah.
But they can't water the water. What Kun did, if Helen Johnson Sirleaf is telling the people of Liberia that it's wrong, and so she tried to disengage a frontana handshake, then I just want to replay the tape when she had to negotiate 5,000 each to move snow. So I don't know what she really tried to prove. She had also perpetuated bad governance. All right? She perpetuated bad governance, and His Excellency President Joseph Barker, Vice President at the time, aided and abated that whole 12-year system.
Okay.
So Joseph Barker operation now is not strange. Those are some of the experiences he borrowed from there. That the one he bringing in this place now. So, Mr. Collins, the devil is dressed well. We just need to watch it and see what direction we're going to go. And lastly, I think the solution to some of these problems, because this time I won't be in the solution business. I think our constitution is also causing some of the problem. Don't narrow it to the representative. Go and read the criteria. It rather a take away. So there's a need for us to radicalize some of those criteria where people find it difficult to even meet those criteria to run. Look at the Senate. You got to be age 30. Why? Push that into 75 or 65. Push it high.
Why you get it? Yo, no. You ain't gonna get it cold. No show on it. Don't get on that way.
No.
Man, who's coming with you?
You're giving it cold.
Mr. Keto, we are finding solution to this corruption thing. Okay?
By the time you are not even finished your 9 yet.
No,
I say.
Wait a minute. Like, we want for you to die in office. We don't want
You
you
hear
to.
that? I think Mr. So gonna cancel your show.
Wait, now, you think we put in that age there for you to be moving around? No.
Are you listening, CEO?
No.
They'll have to remodel the Capitol building with handicap era there.
Mr. Keto, even the money you will see at that age, you will not enjoy.
But Dr. Male is making sense. Because why, if your Chief Justice have to be a certain age, why your lawmakers can be a certain age?
Solution to this thing? You know that most of the people are causing no in a so young boy.
That's a family too.
Young boy, they had not seen checks for the first time. Some of them had never received $500 for the first time in their life, and this time they're receiving that kind of money. What are you talking about? So at the age of 65 to 70, 75, when you get in now and you see, you will not enjoy it. All right.
I agree.
So what we're saying here is that even the
look at your Chief Justice. The Chief Justice have to be certain age before they become Chief Justice.
Yeah. The other area where you got to be.
But I want different with Terry.
You got to be in the country for
what
1
make
year.
It different?
They say you got to be in the country for 1 year before you run.
All right.
I think the logic. I think the logic in that. I think the logic in our Chief Justice age.
I want you to look at this one. They say you got to be in the country 1 year before you run. All right.
Mm.
That one is not
1
even.
year or 5 years?
That's a takeaway.
I think it's
And
5
for the
years.
era of the Chief Justice, between you and myself, frankly speaking, I think all portfolio that's supposed to go for a lifetime is dictatorial. Let the Chief Justice be open to election. Let we elect these people.
Wow.
All right.
That's
Thank
a
All
good
right, Doc.
The
Thank
policy
you.
look.
Terry, give us
So-
1 minute of your closing.
So Terry, there's the thing with
Just
Terry.
say
That
Terry should
age,
take her own. Don't say
Yeah,
1
Terry,
minute.
1 minute. Because we get the other way, we can't leave it here.
How will solve the problem now in Liberia? We just talking.
Dr. Malik got a point. Because it's a house of elders. Let me be honest.
Liberal, you find problem with a lot of things here. But you don't want to go the other way around because you liberal. You cannot solve the Liberian problem like that.
The legislature, Liberal, is supposed to be the house of elders.
Yeah.
The legislature is supposed to be the house of elders. I think one of our problems is, especially in recent generation, we have been having too much young people there. Look at the kind of thing Akara's great and used to do. Look at what Yeke Koluba did last when Joria was there. The man was eating grumpy and put a grumpy on the table. He dressed in ninja suit, he fighting karate. So I think they're supposed to be the house of elders. To be honest, I do agree with 75 something, but at least from age 60.
During the two-week party time, that's what it was. All people were serving in the House of Representatives.
That's what it's a house of elders. Liberal, at least age 60, close to retirement. Look at if you can do that for the Chief Justice. Let it be done for the House of Elders. Maybe the president, we can have mercy on the president at age 45.
And that's what I said. Those who came,
we got too much young people in the house.
And people like Madam Sally and people like Taylor, then should have these kinds of situations resolved.
But anyway, why have we say okay, if we put age or we put education? Because like I said on my platform before, right? I say if somebody who's supposed to write law, right, should be able to at least know about law. You cannot take a high school graduate or a high school dropout because he's popular in society and put him in the legislature and say go write law. What kind of law he will write?
Thank you, Woodacott, Terry. Thank you. Let's meet tomorrow, Mr. Social.
Thank you,
let's show how calm the situation was tonight. We're not engaging as though we are at war with each other. We have a civil conversation. Even Dr. Mali, the audience are praising Dr. Mali tonight, that he's been very, very much on point. So this is what we do here on LPR.
I think I got to talk to the CEO. I got to talk to the CEO behind the scene. To give Dr. Mali a show by himself, it will be a disaster.
So you wait until Dr. Mali go before you talk. You're in trouble.
It means someone you radical means. All right.
All right, guys. Good night.
Okay. All right.
Good night, guys. Again, folks, Samson told La probably having too much fun on LPR. My Esther, finally, we want to say it again, and I believe tomorrow, most likely, the CEO will talk about that. We want to express our sympathy to you, the entire LPR family, and those who follow us on here, because you are a regular contributor here on this show. You are one of the family, and to have these kinds of things happening to you is very saddening. It's very, very painful. We'll continue to pray for you, and we ask all the audience here, please, let's pray for Madam Esther Clark and her family with a situation in their family. The death of a child is not something to take lightly. It's very painful. So, Madam Clark, we express our sympathy again, and we say we'll continue to pray that God will take comfort and comfort you and the family. Again, we're sorry to hear this. Again, folks, Samson told Labrador Pub Radio. At this time, I see no reason to play any closing music. I think LPR family is bereaved, to be honest, because she's part of the family. And so we'll say thank you very much for tuning in to Labrador Pub Radio. We'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Let's keep Mother Clark and our family in our prayers, please. Thank you. Good night.